Manager Lou. This big banquet for the National Day reception. The guys and I? We can't do it.
Master Zhao. The banquet is next Wednesday. The city leaders have already approved the menu. All the ingredients have been purchased. And you're telling me this now?
Don't try to scare me with the leaders. Go ask around, all over Suzhou City. Besides my family's secret recipes, who else can handle a banquet for 100 people? Who else can cook with my perfect timing?
Manager Lou, let's be frank. The profit margin on this reception. It's huge, like pork fat. You can't just eat all the meat yourself and not even give us brothers a sip of the soup, can you?
How do you want to sip?
First, we get half the profit from this reception. We get half. Second, all fresh and dry goods procurement for the restaurant. It's all handled by us. Third, starting tomorrow, the prep cooks, the assistants, the dishwashers, they all report to me.
50% profit share plus exclusive procurement rights. Master Zhao, are you earning a living with your skills, or are you holding a knife and robbing me?
Don't make it sound so bad. Without us, you won't even have a pot of good stock ready by tomorrow. Oof. You think, just because you went south and picked up some so-called business management, you can come back and start bossing around the Dongfeng restaurant kitchen? Ha!
Master Zhao, calm down. Manager Lou is a smart man. If tomorrow's National Day reception preview gets messed up, Director Li from the Municipal Bureau will be the first to come after him. The penalty for canceling 100 wedding banquets, even if he loses everything he owns, won't be enough.
So, you guys figured the kitchen would be empty tonight, and you're here to strong-arm me, huh?
This is called negotiating. Agree, and tomorrow, my brothers and I will fire up the stoves and make you look good. Don't agree? That new private restaurant down the street is waving stacks of cash, begging us to be their head chefs. They're all waiting in the alley right now.
No need to wait until tomorrow. Right now.
What do you mean?
Inside here is your full month's salary, plus 3 months severance pay. Not a penny less. Take the money and leave immediately.
You're firing us? Lu Zhou, are you out of your mind? You've kicked out our mainstays. Tomorrow, this restaurant's kitchen will shut down.
Kicking you out of Dongfeng Restaurant is the only way we'll ever cook decent food. From today onwards, Dongfeng Restaurant doesn't need arrogant old-timers.
You've got guts, Lou. Do you really think those woks in the kitchen can stir-fry themselves? Mark my words. Once I walk out of this kitchen, even if you beg me tomorrow, I'll never step foot in here again. And if you want me back for a cut, I'll take 70%.
The door's unlocked. On your way out, leave the keys to the kitchen's restricted areas, the cold storage, and the spice room.
Let's go. I'd like to see what Lu Zhou serves up when the city officials come for the tasting tomorrow.
Did he really kick Master Zhao and them out? The National Day reception is next week. Oh no, this is it. I thought with a new manager, we'd finally get a decent meal. Now everything's ruined.
Manager Lou is too young. Too hot-headed. How can you serve a banquet like this without a master chef in charge? Everyone, listen to me. I took a peek at the reception menu. Ruando Changyu, Zhongxiao Haishen. Those all depend on the master chef's touch. 1 second off the heat, and the meat's all tough.
Everyone, stop arguing.
Zhangzi, the guard just said, Master Zhao and the others really packed up and left.
They really left. They even left the storeroom keys at the front desk. The reception is next week. City leaders specifically requested Dongfeng's banquet. No head chefs. What are we going to serve? This half a potato? It's over.
This restaurant is definitely going to close down. Who's going to pay us our fixed salaries this month? Manager Lou is too young. Why pick a fight with them? Those few chefs, they're the backbone of Dongfeng.
Everyone, stand up. I hired you to work, not to squat in the corner. Come over and stand by the counter.
Manager Lou, what's this?
This is a precision electronic scale. And that's an industrial stopwatch. Zhao Taishao and his crew are gone, but Dongfeng Restaurant won't collapse. Dongfeng Restaurant won't collapse. Before, this kitchen relied on their few rusty spatulas. To make a big dish, you needed talent. And the chef's mood. Now it's 1998. Those moldy old rules. That won't fly with me.
But, Manager Lou, none of us can cook. We don't even know how much salt to add. How can we serve that?
These are standardized seasoning packets. Starting this morning, Dongfeng Restaurant is abolishing the master chef system. We're fully transitioning to a central kitchen assembly line.
Abolish chefs? A state-run restaurant without chefs? That's insane. It'll ruin our reputation.
Manager Lou, you're messing with us. The braised pork belly's cooking time. Even a tiny bit off and it'll be too tough to chew.
Exactly, Sister Lou. From today, you'll only be responsible for the braised pork belly at station number 1. You don't need to worry about anything else. Just braised pork belly?
No, I can't. I've been a prep cook for 10 years. I've never dared to touch a big wok. That's the main dish for the city's reception. If we mess it up, we'll be held accountable.
Stand straight. Look at this screen. You don't need to know how to select meat. You don't need to cut it. The prep area will send over pre-cut meat. You just need to grab a handful of meat and put it on the scale. If the display shows 500, take one piece off if it's over. Add one if it's under. Can you do that?
Will this even work?
All right. Pour 500 grams of meat into the pot. Add cold water up to the marked line. Turn the gas valve to maximum. The moment it boils, tear open seasoning packet number 1. Pour it all in. After pouring, start the stopwatch. Count down 47 minutes. During these 47 minutes, you don't need to lift the lid, you don't need to smell it, you don't need to dip a spoon to taste the broth. Just stare at this timer. The moment it beeps, turn off the heat.
No tasting? How will we know if it's cooked? Will it even taste good? Will it even taste good?
Good taste isn't about feeling it out. It's built on precise data. Final step. After turning off the heat, use a wooden spatula. Stir from bottom to top 12 times. It must be 12 times. Then reduce the sauce and serve. Manager Lou.
Is this even cooking anymore? What's the difference between this and screwing bolts on an assembly line?
This is an assembly line. As long as everyone does their part, you can do it with your eyes closed and not make a mistake. We can serve 1,000 tables a day. If you stir one less time, and it doesn't taste good, I'll take full responsibility. You won't be held responsible for a single cent. I know you're scared. When Zhao Taishao was here, he paid you a fixed salary of 180 a month. If he didn't like something, he'd cut your pay in half. And he wouldn't let you near the stove or any of the good stuff. Starting today, Dongfeng Restaurant is abolishing fixed salaries. We're implementing a piece rate system. Sister Lou, all you have to do is watch the clock, add ingredients and plate. As long as the quality inspector approves, the braised pork belly you plate in 12 seconds is up to standard in color and weight. You get a 50-cent commission per plate. You get a 50-cent commission per plate. If you make 200 plates, that's 100 yuan. No cap.
100 yuan a day? That's half a month's salary for a regular worker. Manager Lou, are you serious? Real money? You're not tricking us?
Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., we'll settle the first day's wages. Those who want to earn money, come get your scales and stopwatches now. Those afraid of responsibility or getting implicated, the door's open. Settle up and leave now.
The crowd hesitated for 3 seconds.
I'm in. We're so poor we can't even afford to eat. What's there to be afraid of by just pressing a button?
Boss Lou, I'll take stove number 2. It's just about hitting the right bricks, right?
This completely overturns a chef's common sense. No judging by heat, no tasting, just cold machine operation. Can they really cook up Dongfeng's signature flavor?
Master, look. That's the third one. It's only been 3 hours this morning, and from the back door of Dongfeng Restaurant, 3 tricycles full of swill have already been hauled out.
What's the rush? Ingredients for 100 tables are enough for Lu Zhou to mess around with for days. The caramelization of the braised pork, the heat control of the broth. Without 10 years of experience, how could those temporary workers, who only know how to peel potatoes, understand? Oomph, they'll burn through the pots.
I just went to the alley and smelled it. Those 3 big barrels they hauled out were all overcooked, mushy pork belly. That kid Lu Zhou, he turned perfectly good banquet dishes into pig slop.
That wasteful good for nothing. Just you wait. The city leaders aren't blind. It's Friday today. Only 1 day left until the preview. By this afternoon at the latest, people from the city will be knocking on Lu Zhou's door. Then I'll make him send an 8-bearer sedan chair to beg me to come back.
The sauce is too thin. And the color isn't rich enough to coat the bowl. Too much water. It wasn't reduced enough. Just 1 bite. Taste it for saltiness, then secretly add a bit more salt. That dish would pass. And Manager Lou, this pot has too much water. I just wanted to taste it for saltiness, to adjust it.
Are the rules I set just a piece of scrap paper?
And no, they're not.
What's the first rule?
Never rely on feeling. No touching the stove valve. No tasting.
That little bit of personal experience in your head, unchecked by the system, is worthless in front of the SOP assembly line. The moisture content is over the limit. This pot of meat is ruined. Zhao Si, take it away and dump it in the blue bin. Take it to the pig farm in the suburbs.
Hey, Manager Lu, even though this meat has a bit too much liquid, the taste is definitely fine. Just let me add a spoonful of salt. This is 5 gene of prime pork belly. If this gets thrown out, I've wasted half a day's work.
A mistake is a mistake. We don't need almost here. We need exactly the same. Dump it.
Just like this, dozens of buckets were dumped the other day. If the stopwatch error exceeds 3 seconds, or if the weight is off by a single gram, Lu Zhou doesn't even look. All dumped into the blue barrel. To be taken away as feed. Not a single substandard dish will make it to the qualified section.
Lu Zhou, you're being ridiculous. You're wasting state assets. The country spent foreign exchange on this aged pork belly, and you're dumping it like swill? Do you even want to run this restaurant anymore?
Director Lee. This isn't swill. I've already contacted a pig farm in the suburbs. These will be processed as high-grade feed. No waste.
Feed? The reception is in 4 days. 100 tables for foreign guests and leaders. You're chopping up good meat to feed pigs. What are you going to serve the guests? Where's Zhao Taishao? That master chef?
Fired.
Dongfeng Restaurant's only master chef. And you're relying on these prep cooks who've never even held a wok to handle the reception banquet?
Zhao Taishao demanded half the restaurant's shares, plus exclusive purchasing rights. Director Lee, if you think his terms are reasonable, you can go across the street right now to the tea house and ask him to come back. But then the Dongfeng brand would have to bear his name, Zhao.
Still, you can't be so reckless. Look at all this waste you've created. Without a master chef in charge, how can we serve the banquet? Do you really think cooking is like tightening screws on an assembly line?
Why can't it be like tightening screws? By using standardized ingredient packs and stopwatches, we eliminate all human emotion and interference from experience. Once we get through this painful transition period, these people will cook dishes more precisely than Zhao Taishao. And for 100 tables, every single dish will taste absolutely identical.
Nonsense. You're just talking theory. Our ancestors' culinary skills, you're just going to dismiss them with a few plastic bags? I don't care about your ridiculous assembly line. I only care about results. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., the municipal office will organize a pre-reception tasting. I'll bring 5 food experts and quality inspectors.
Understood.
Humph. Lu Zhou, tomorrow, if you serve up a single unqualified dish, or if the taste doesn't meet top-tier standards, I'll not only revoke Dongfeng Restaurant's catering qualification on the spot, but I'll also hold you legally responsible for all the ingredients you've wasted these past few days.
Manager Lu, the trial run is tomorrow. With our limited skills, can we really pull this off?
It's not about pulling it off. It's a different league. Tonight, the waste rate must be 0. Everyone, stay and work overtime.
It's 3:05. What's Lu Zhou dragging his feet for? Did that bunch of laid-off cooks in the kitchen just screw things up? This aroma. The punch of star anise and cinnamon is perfectly mellowed by rock sugar. This is Zhao Tieshao's work. Lu Zhou, you brought him back?
This dish was made by Sister Lu, operator at stove number 1. She used to be a temporary worker.
Who just peeled potatoes. She didn't even have the strength to flip a wok. To make a dish with this kind of presentation and doneness, do you take me for a fool? How is this possible? 5 dishes, and the taste is absolutely identical. Even a state banquet master, cooking 5 woks in a row, would have slight variations in saltiness. Did those temporary workers really make this?
Director Lee, this is today's quality inspection report. Those discarded materials you saw yesterday were the growing pains of setting new rules. Day 1, 100 plates scrapped. Day 2, 30 plates. Today, the scrap rate is 0. Sister Lu and Zhang Zi's hands aren't just human hands anymore. They're precise scales and timers. As long as they hit the exact grams and watch the stopwatch, they don't need to use their brains. The Dongfeng Restaurant kitchen is a money-making machine that can endlessly replicate master-level dishes.
Manager Lu, your National Day reception contract is secure. If tomorrow's banquet can deliver 100 tables of this quality, I'll give you full credit.
I set the rules. I pay the money. Dongfeng Restaurant doesn't care about seniority, only data. If your name is called, step forward. Station 1, Sister Lu. This week, 1,400 plates of braised pork belly. Waste rate, 0.02%. Commission, 5 mao per plate. Weekly salary, 700 yuan.
700? Lu Zhou, you must have miscalculated. I've been a temporary prep cook for 10 years, and I only made 120 a month. This is 700 yuan.
Take it. As long as you watch the stopwatch and add ingredients by the scale. Your hands are the steadiest, your waist is the lowest. You earn this money. In my assembly line system, anyone who works hard, we can all make a fortune.
You all saw it, right? Manager Lu wasn't kidding us. This money is real. Starting tomorrow, I'll work myself to death, glued to that stove.
Station 2, Zhangzi, 650 yuan weekly.
That afternoon, the entire Dongfeng restaurant was buzzing. The news that temporary workers at a state-owned restaurant were earning hundreds in high wages in a week spread like wildfire, flying through every street and alley all over the city.
Master, it's all over town. Lu Zhou's assembly line worked. Even Director Li gave it his stamp of approval. Those guys got hundreds of yuan.
A perfectly good assembly line. That kid, he's trying to uproot our entire profession as chefs. He's digging up our roots, letting a few women who only follow procedures replace decades of our craftsmanship?
Master, what should we do? I secretly bought a dish and tasted it. The taste was really almost identical to yours.
Nonsense. What if the taste is the same? I don't believe he can cook without rice. Braised pork belly needs the best aged pork belly. Go, call your aunt's husband right now. Tell him to cut off Lu Zhou's supply from the meat processing plant.
Only 5 days left until the National Day reception.
Manager Lu, we have a problem. The refrigerated truck from the meat processing plant, it didn't even leave this morning. The 1,000 gene of specially supplied aged pork belly we were promised. Not a single piece arrived.
Did you call them?
Yes, but the line's been busy. Our SOP for braised pork belly relies entirely on that specific ratio of pork belly. You can't just buy any old pork. If the fat to lean ratio of market pork changes, the seasoning packets won't work. The taste will be all wrong. That's the main dish for 100 tables at the reception.
Take the contract, the filing, and a car. Go to the East City meat processing plant. Director Lu, it's written in black and white on the contract, a fixed delivery of 3,000 gene of premium aged pork belly every month. Today is the delivery date. Dongfeng Restaurant is still short 1,000 gene for the National Day reception.
Oh, Manager Lu, it's you. What's with the rush? It's just bad timing. Last night, the power tripped at the plant. The main boards of those 2 imported aged pork cutting machines burned out.
Director Lu, the whole city knows your plant has 3 backup slaughter lines. You could manually slice that 1,000 gene of pork.
Manager Lu, labor is expensive. And the cuts wouldn't be uniform. Besides, it's peak season now, entering autumn. Several big restaurants in the city are rushing their orders. My few lines are already stretched thin, I'm afraid too. I can't just conjure up 1,000 gene of premium meat out of thin air. Why don't you try other suppliers?
Director Lu, if you can't deliver the goods, you'll be jeopardizing a strategic mission, the National Day reception. Have you considered the consequences?
Manager Lu, such authority you wield. What's wrong? Your assembly line isn't moving? Those temporary workers' stopwatches aren't working anymore?
Zhao Taishao, so this is what you've been planning. Monopolizing the supply.
Running a restaurant in our Suzhou city, it's all about intricate connections and rules passed down from our ancestors. Old Lu here is my brother-in-law. In this city, without my Zhao Tieshao's nod, you won't get a single ounce of pork belly. Let's see what you'll serve the foreign guests.
What do you want?
Simple, ha 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 ha. You, Lu Zhou, you're so stubborn, aren't you? Now, call Director Li from the city and all the leaders from the bureau. In front of them, bow 390-degree bows to me, serve me tea, and admit your mistakes. Then, hand over 100% of the restaurant's operating rights. Plus, compensate me 50,000 yuan for my unemployment and emotional distress. Do it, Lu, and get those machines running immediately. I'll make sure you get all the meat you need tonight. Otherwise, for those 100 tables at the banquet, you'll be serving nothing but air.
Director Lu, are you sure you can't deliver these 1,000 gene of special supply meat today? Is that right?
Can't deliver. Even if the King of Heaven himself came down, the machines wouldn't be fixed today. Lu Zhou, you think you can hold out till the end? Only 4 days left until the pre-rehearsal. Are you going to buy scattered pork from the market? Once that assembly line seasons it, its true colors will be exposed immediately. Then you'll be the city's #1 person responsible.
Manager Lu, what are we going to do? Zhao Taishao has completely blocked our way. Without this batch of standard cut aged pork belly, Sister Lu and the others in the kitchen, The seasoning packets they're holding will just be a pile of useless powder. The pre-rehearsal is tomorrow. What are we going to use to satisfy Director Lee?
Drive to the post office to make a long-distance call.
Lu Zhou, are we just leaving like this? That fat Lu, it's clear he's in cahoots with Zhao Taishao. If we don't get this batch of top-grade black pig-aged pork belly, Sister Lu and the others in the kitchen, the transparent, standardized seasoning packets they're holding, it's just a pile of useless powder. The rehearsal is tomorrow. What are we going to use to shut Director Lee up?
Back in '98, a place like this was its own little kingdom. Connections, favors, drinking buddies. That was the real currency here. And rules? They always came after the drinks. Go to the Municipal Administration for Industry and Commerce, find the legal department. Since they want to play the old game of choking us out, I'll teach them what the bottom line of modern business really is. If designated by the government, for strategic tasks like investment receptions, and the supplier delays, limits, or cuts off supply without cause, they must pay 10 times the contract value in damages, and it will be treated as malicious sabotage of an administrative task. This is the official letter for emergency supplies, issued by the Municipal Investment Office for the reception. The meat processing plant is refusing to ship now. That's a fundamental breach of contract. I'm applying for immediate pre-litigation preservation and seizure. We'll freeze their outbound assets to cover the compensation.
Back in those days, messing up investment attraction was a career-ending offense.
Old Lu, don't get too comfortable with your breakfast. Due to your plant's suspected malicious supply cutoff, which severely impacts a municipal strategic task, the Administration for Industry and Commerce is now sealing your plant's cold storage and finished goods warehouse. For seizure. Asset preservation. To offset Dongfeng Restaurant's losses from the breach of contract. A total of 300,000. Get ready to use your plant as collateral.
Lu Zhou, you. You dare play dirty? Who in this city doesn't know Lu Changshan? This is just a piece of scrap paper. I'm calling Director Zhao right now.
Call him. Call him now.
Comrade Lu Changshan, since this involves a red-letter directive from the Investment Promotion Office, no phone call will help. Until this case is settled, not an ounce of meat will leave your plant.
Hello? Old Lei. It's Lu Zhou. I need a batch of export standard, black pig pork belly from the provincial capital. Yes. It must be aged pork belly. 24-hour standard cut. The thickness variation cannot exceed 3 millimeters. I need 2,000 gene.
Lu Zhou, are you crazy? That's top-grade meat for Hong Kong export. The cost is more than double what you used before, and these days, the fuel for a refrigerated truck from the provincial capital to you could buy a whole pig.
I don't care about the cost. I'm using this money obtained from the defaulting party. Legal compensation. Used to buy this batch of top-tier ingredients for Dongfeng Restaurant. Old Lei, I need consistency. I need those temps to play every dish on the stopwatch, so every piece of meat shuts the foreign guests up. Got it, you crazy bastard. Only you dare play like this. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. The only Mitsubishi high-horsepower refrigerated truck in the province will pull into your back lot right on time.
Master. The meat processing plant. Lu Zhou brought people and shut it down. Director Lu is crying his eyes out at the main gate.
Shut it down? That's a state-owned factory. What gives Lu Zhou the right?
The contract. Master, we're done for. We won't have anywhere to get cheap meat anymore. And in Lu Zhou's back lot, a big refrigerated truck with provincial plates just pulled in. That meat smells so good, you can smell it 2 streets away.
Who gives a damn? Good meat's useless. Those female workers who only know how to follow a process, give them dragon meat, they still won't cook it right. I've got decades of old-school skill. Consistent taste is the very root of a restaurant.
Zhao Taishao, are you trying to fool me? Yesterday, when I had it, this braised pork belly melted in my mouth. But today, this lean meat got stuck in my teeth. And the fatty meat hasn't even melted. Are you trying to trick people with inferior pork?
It's about the feel. These pigs are a bit older today. That's a meat quality issue. What does that have to do with my skill?
Feel my ass. I'm paying for the taste, not for your bad temper. Not for your bad temper. At Dongfeng Restaurant next door, every piece of their meat tastes exactly the same. You call yourself a master chef. You're a joke.
My proud, unique skills and experience are so fragile in the face of machine logic.
Lu Zhou this meat. The quality and cost are far higher than the regular ingredients we used before. Can we afford this?
This is what the meat processing plant owes you. Sister Lu, listen up. This is the best ingredient in the entire province. And this is your capital to prove yourselves, you temporary workers. Tomorrow is the official rehearsal for the National Day reception. 100 tables, a total of 1,000 plates of braised pork belly. As long as your hands don't shake, as long as you keep your eyes glued to the stopwatch, I will make those big shots at the tables. Understand this, the end of an era. Doesn't consult anyone.
If Lu Zhou messes up tonight. If even one table's braised pork belly is too salty, or one isn't tender enough, our city's 3 years of investment efforts will all go down the drain. Can you guarantee that?
Directorly in my system, there are no what-ifs. Only standards. First dish, jade plate treasure, serving now. Directorly, serving this heavy-fire braised pork belly to 100 tables simultaneously, even the Peninsula Hotel in Hong Kong would have over 30% deviation in doneness. For your state-run restaurants in the mainland to achieve this level of quality control, it's truly remarkable.
Mr. Lei, are you saying 15 tables? The sweetness, saltiness, and tenderness of the meat at every single table, even the collagen melt rate under the skin, is perfectly consistent.
Directorly, please bring out this master chef. This level of quality control. He's a genius. There is no master chef. If Mr. Lei wants to see the kitchen, it's over there. "24-hour aged pork belly, from the provincial supply line for Hong Kong. A-grade black pig pork belly, cross-section. Tolerance no more than 3 millimeters.
Lu Zhou, for those 100 tables outside, you use this kind of top-tier ingredient for all of them? The quality of this meat. It's far better than we expected. Manager Lu, can you keep the costs under control?
No, we didn't go over budget. And we didn't lose money. This is from a meat processing plant that maliciously cut off our supply. The 300,000 yuan compensation for their breach of contract. We used this legal compensation, obtained from the defaulting party, to purchase this batch of top-grade ingredients for Dongfeng Restaurant. Not only did we not exceed the budget, I even saved 50,000 yuan. Using the highest legal means to eliminate supply chain parasites, using extreme SOPs to remove human variables, and then using top-grade ingredients to elevate quality. Manager Lu's central kitchen system. It's one of a kind in the entire province.
You've done me proud, kid. Draft the document immediately. From today onwards, all designated reception banquets for the Municipal Party Committee and Government and investment promotion banquet budgets will all be handled by him.
Mr. Lu, you're not just a culinary genius. You're a magician. You've given ordinary people the ability to precisely replicate top-tier delicacies. I just gave them the standards. With standards, there are no defects.
What kind of so-called master chef? Yesterday, we waited an hour for our food. Today, this dish is so salty. Give me my money back.
Where are you going?
Master, let go. The collection notices from the tax bureau are plastered all over the back door. This restaurant really can't hold on anymore.
Dongfeng Restaurant is doing well. I'll go ask if I can chop vegetables there. Following you, we'll starve.
Manager Lu. Mr. Lu. Manager Lou, I was wrong. I was blind, foolish. I shouldn't have colluded with Fatty Lou to cut off your supplies. I shouldn't have set you up before the reception. My restaurant is gone. I'm deep in debt. Please, for the 20 years I've spent slaving over a stove in this restaurant, give me a job, any job. I won't be the executive chef. I'll be a vegetable chopper for you. I'll even wash dishes.
Read what's written on that. I don't care how many mouths you have to feed at home. And I don't care if you've stood in front of this stove for 20 years or 30 years. Dongfeng Restaurant is now a precise industrial machine. When it comes to production processes and system execution, there's no room for personal favors or connections. We only hire people who can follow standard recipes now. We don't need masters who rely on intuition or personal experience that disregards the rules. In standardized production, you're an unstable factor that could compromise quality.
You're so ruthless. Working in the restaurant business, you don't care about old ties at all?
My restaurant only recognizes standards, not masters. From the day you tried to use the National Day reception to strong-arm the restaurant and harm the interests of all employees, there was no longer any goodwill between us.
I'm Jean Biao, chairman of Haishan Catering Group. Manager Lou, your state-owned restaurant up north here, the decor is quite modest.
Boss Jean, you flew all the way from the special economic zone. Not just to tour my office, I presume. Speak your mind.
Let's be direct. Your Dongfeng Restaurant's central kitchen system and the city committee's newly approved exclusive reception quota for the entire city. I want them. This 3 million cash is for the acquisition. To buy out that SOP manual on your wall, plus the shell of Dongfeng Restaurant.
3 million? Jean Biao, you're being a bit too shrewd, aren't you? The reputation gained from those 100 reception tables alone is worth more than that. Director Lee.
You don't have a say here. Lu Zhou, I've checked your background. You know your stuff. I'm Jean Biao, chairman of Haishan Catering Group. Manager Lou, your state-owned restaurant up north. The decor is quite modest, isn't it?
Boss Jean, you flew all the way from the special economic zone. Not just to tour my office, I presume. Just say what you mean.
Let's be direct. Your Dongfeng Restaurant's central kitchen system and the city committee's newly approved exclusive catering quota for the entire city. I want them. This 3 million cash is for the acquisition. It buys out the SOP manual on your wall, plus the shell of Dongfeng Restaurant.
3 million? Jean Biao, you're being a bit too shrewd, aren't you? The reputation from those 100 banquet tables alone
is worth more than that, Director Lee. Director Lee, this isn't your place to speak. Lu Zhou, I've checked your background. You're an expert. You should know that those few dozen laid-off workers in your kitchen can't possibly handle all the city's orders in the future. My group has the strongest channels. Just say the word, and this 3 million goes straight into your personal pocket. As for you, you can stay on as my executive chef. How about 2,000 a month?
Boss Jean, how do you plan to run Dongfeng Restaurant?
Do you even need to ask? Your assembly line system is a stroke of genius, but your management is too idealistic. I just took a look around the kitchen. You actually give those workers an 8-hour workday, and such high piece rate commissions. It's a total waste. Once I take over, I'll optimize the workflow. Employees who aren't skilled enough will be moved to auxiliary positions. I'll replace them with a new batch of young temporary workers from out of town. Salaries will be paid at market rates. And your SOP is too cumbersome. The seasoning packets can be adjusted. The meat specifications can also be optimized. Costs can be cut by 30%. Profits can still double. Guests coming for banquets care more about consistency and hygiene. That's how you make money.
Boss Jean, take your contract and go back where you came from.
Lu Zhou, you think I'm giving you face by discussing this with you? I've already secured land in the provincial capital. My branch will open next month. If you don't sell, I have enough resources to poach all your kitchen backbone staff. Then you'll be stuck with a few broken walks, and I'll make sure your business struggles.
I'm waiting for you to try. The door's unlocked. You can leave.
Sister Lu, right? The pillar of Dongfeng Restaurant's #1 stove. Here's the transfer receipt for a 50,000 deposit.
Who are you?
I'm the boss of Haishan Catering. How much does Lu Zhou pay you a month? 1,000 or 800? I'll give you 5,000. As long as you bring the #1 and #2 stoves, that group of skilled workers, and jump ship to my new store in the provincial capital. I'll make you the sous chef directly. People always strive for better. Lu Zhou's place is state-owned, limited room for growth. Why hang yourself on one tree with him? Take the money and buy a big house for your son.
What about Lu Zhou? I heard Jean Biao went looking for people last night. We can't just stand by and watch these skilled workers get poached.
Someone's been looking for you in the back alley these past 2 days. Promising higher salaries. They want to poach you to the provincial capital. I don't blame you for being tempted. We're scared of being poor. We work for money, not to starve. But let me ask you one thing. That boss out there, what's the catch with his 5,000 yuan offer? The catch is he wants to streamline the workflow. He wants to immediately reassign anyone who isn't fast enough to support roles. The catch is, once you go there on his turf, you'll always be replaceable. Just another ordinary worker. I'm not gonna feed you empty promises today. I'm giving you real power. From today on, Dongfeng Restaurant is officially launching an employee stock ownership plan, along with a piece rate dividend option system. Every year, the restaurant will put 30% of its net profit into a dividend pool. You don't need to put up a single cent based on your SOP compliance records. It'll be converted into personal option points for you. As long as you work at Dongfeng, you won't just be earning a fixed salary. If Dongfeng makes $1 million, you split 300,000. If we make 10 million, you split 3 million. Here, you're not just temps who can be hired and fired on a whim. You are partners in Dongfeng Restaurant. You are the owners of this place. So, anyone who still wants to leave with that boss out there, go to finance, get your pay, and leave. I won't stop you.
Lu Zuolan isn't going anywhere. Last night, that guy named Jean came to me with a transfer slip for 50,000 yuan, asking me to be some kind of sous chef to manage the people below. Sisters, to that boss, were just tools for making money. It was Manager Lu who gave us stopwatches, who gave us a way out. He taught us not to take crap from the master chefs, to stand tall and earn our money. Here, we're signed partners. No one's gonna lure us away with high salaries and undermine our foundation. I'm telling you right now. Whoever dares betray the restaurant, we will deal with them strictly according to the rules.
We're not leaving. We're partners. This is our own restaurant. Haishan Catering Group. Get out.
Lu Zhou, you're an option partner. You truly are a unique manager. Sharing profits with your workers? You're breaking all industry norms. Drive away from here.
Colleagues. For the past 6 months, many people have asked me how Dongfeng Restaurant managed to capture 60% of the province's mid to high-end banquet market in just half a year. Many think it's luck, or that I bought some premium ingredients. Neither is true. What I rely on is a strictly rigorous, standardized management system. It leaves absolutely no room for personal emotions. From gram-accurate electronic scales to stopwatch countdowns, we've broken down the traditional reliance on experience, transforming it into precise data. No more old masters' unwritten rules. No more vague good enough attitudes. Standards and regulations are the only operating principles for Dongfeng Restaurant. We've standardized experience with systems, and boosted efficiency with data. This is modern industrial catering, an efficiency upgrade over traditional manual methods. It's also an effective way of restraint.
What are you looking at, old Zhao? You know that big boss on TV or something? He's a celebrity in the provincial catering industry now. He manages over 1,000 people. I heard Dongfeng Restaurant's employees get generous bonuses for Chinese New Year.
He used to be my manager.
Oh, come on, give me a break. If you knew a big boss like that, you wouldn't be here in the dead of winter, fighting me over dishwashing. Hurry up and wash. Boss lady's gonna come out and yell at us soon.
I always thought the restaurant couldn't run without my skills. I was blind. I was too arrogant.
Manager Lu. The partnership agreement with the foreign hotel chain is here. They've agreed to fully adopt our central kitchen system and SOP, signing in 3 days.
Well done.
Manager Lu, sometimes I still dream. What if that autumn, you hadn't fired Tai Xiao? What would Dongfeng Restaurant be like now?
If it wasn't Zhao Tai Xiao, it would be Li Tai Xiao. Old empiricism, if it's not standardized and upgraded, new modern management models can never truly take root. Remember, Sister Lu, a great enterprise is never built on a few self-proclaimed masters. It's not. What's truly irreplaceable is always that system, that standard, which allows ordinary people to unleash extraordinary power.
Outside, the roar of hundreds of industrial steam boilers, pressurizing simultaneously faintly echoed through the double-paned glass. That wasn't the sound of stir-frying. That was the most vigorous, most determined wave of industrial development in China's modern catering industry in the late 90s, just beginning.